You went out and had an absolute belter, but you woke up with a nightmare hangover. Well, let's talk hangover cures and remedies. Welcome. My name is David Jolly, and by the way, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, I would appreciate it if you did. Thanks. Okay, you have a hangover, and by the way, I am so sorry. I hope this video can make your suffering a little more tolerable. But let's start with some facts and keep it rather simple, and then we'll jump right into the cures and remedies for a hangover. And at the end of this video, I'll have a quick summation so you can see and hear what you need to do to reduce the severity of a hangover quickly. Among other things, alcohol is a diuretic. You will lose a lot of fluid when you're drinking. Losing a lot of fluid can cause dehydration. Alcohol can also expand blood vessels, which can cause headaches. Dehydration can also cause headaches. Alcohol can irritate the lining of the stomach, resulting in vomiting. And alcohol can deplete blood sugar levels. And although alcohol has sedative effects that can initially promote sleep, the truth is that alcohol can ultimately disrupt sleep and cause additional fatigue. Time will cure a hangover. Most hangovers last no longer than 24 hours, but those 24 hours can be the longest of your life. Of course, we know this, and hearing this doesn't make a hangover go away any faster. As mentioned, hangovers are primarily caused by dehydration. Replacing these lost fluids will reduce the hangover time and severity. Of course, this is easier said than done if nausea has taken over, but even sipping water is important when reducing the effects of a hangover. Drinking may lower blood sugar levels, so increasing blood sugar levels is a good thing. Toast and juice is a good way to start with improving blood sugar levels. Now, I remember the best hangover cure I ever experienced. It was way back in 1988, a long time ago. I was somewhere in England, I think Norfolk. A local decided to take me to every local pub, and I got hammered. I couldn't even see straight. Now, the next morning, I was at a friend's house, and they presented me with the largest English breakfast that you have ever seen. Eggs, beans, bacon, baked tomato, potatoes, mushrooms, and toast fried in the fat of the bacon. Now, looking at it made me sick. I didn't want to be rude, so I ate the food. And about an hour later, I felt great. However, experts say it's wise to avoid such foods as that, fatty foods, the day after a bender. What is recommended are poached eggs, avocado, oatmeal, whole grain toast not fried in fat, and healthy foods. Also recommended is bouillon soup, a thin vegetable-based broth, as it's a good source of vitamins and minerals and can hydrate. It's also easy for a fragile stomach to digest. An aspirin, ibuprofen, and other non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs may help with the headache and the aches and pains that a hangover may give you. Importantly, do not take acetaminophen, Tylenol. Tylenol is metabolized by the liver, which is already under a lot of stress from the alcohol. Caffeine does not have any amazing anti-hangover superpower, but because it's a stimulant, it could help with your grogginess and make you more alert. There are some vitamins that may also lessen the effects of a hangover. The links to the studies that I read relating to these are in the description below. Now, be careful with the amounts of vitamins that you do consume, as they can have some negative side effects if too much is consumed. A study published in 2019 studied B3 vitamins, niacin, and zinc consumption and hangovers, and reported that social drinkers who have a higher dietary intake of niacin and zinc report significantly less severe hangovers. Now, we have to be a little bit cautious with this information, as the study had a very small sample size, and remember, never consume too much zinc, and particularly niacin, by the way, as both can be very harmful in greater quantities. However, the reality is that you're better off consuming such vitamins prior to drinking. A study in 2014 concluded that red ginseng relieves the symptoms and severities of alcohol hangover. A 2004 study concluded that prickly pear extract decreased hangover symptoms and cut the risk of hangover severity in half. The KSS formula is an ancient Chinese remedy for hangovers and combines 3 ingredients: tangerine pith, ginger, and brown sugar. A study in 2010 concluded these findings suggest the possibility that KSS formula may become a candidate for alcohol hangover remedy. There are some other products that are believed to help a hangover, and this may include milk thistle, ginger, borage oil, kudzu root, peppermint oil, white willow bark, and Siberian ginseng, to name just a few. One of the quickest and most extreme hangover cures is the IV drip for rapid rehydration. If you're afraid of needles, this one is not for you. It's also a little difficult to find and can be rather expensive. However, if you're in Las Vegas, obviously you'll find many of these services available for your pleasure. Alcohol can cause sleep disturbances and lower quality and duration of sleep for many. Therefore, additional sleep may assist with the hangover recovery and allow you to sleep off some of the horrid side effects of alcohol. Hair of the dog is, of course, having more alcohol during a hangover to ward off the effects of alcohol. There is no scientific evidence that having alcohol during a hangover will cure a hangover. It may postpone it, but it will not cure it. If you don't want to mess around with vitamins and cannot sleep the hangover off, then there is another option: hangover pills. Hangover pills claim to deal with the recovery of a hangover by stuffing you full of vitamins, electrolytes, and amino acids. According to The Observer, there are 5 hangover pills that stand out above the rest, and they are After Drink, DHM Detox by No Days Wasted, Cheers, Flyby, and Purple Tree. The links to these products so you can quickly access them is in the description below. But it's important to add that many other reputable articles have listed these pills and other products as their favorites, so it's important to do your own research. Other highly recommended hangover pills include Drink Well, More Labs Morning Recovery, Drink Aid, Blowfish, Over Easy, and the Bitox Hangover Patch. Where to purchase these hangover aids is also in the description below. Of course, be careful if you're taking hangover pills. It's best to purchase those that are produced in the United States and only use natural ingredients. Some of the pills require you to take them before you start drinking, so plan ahead if this is your course of action. Hangovers are horrible, and if you're suffering from one right now, I'm so sorry. Here are some of the possible cures and remedies for making your hangover more tolerable. Hydration. Look, you need water to rehydrate your dehydrated body. Food. Be careful what you eat, but increasing blood sugar by consuming carbohydrates is wise. Toast and jam is a good start. Avoid fatty foods if you can, and eat healthy foods. Get rid of the headache and body pains with an aspirin or ibuprofen, but avoid Tylenol. Vitamins and natural remedies is a slow way back from the grave, but niacin and zinc have shown promise, and ancient Chinese remedies such as the KSS formula have been practiced for centuries with anecdotal success and now scientific optimism. If you're in a location well known for alcohol consumption, such as, Las Vegas, you may have access to an IV drip hangover cure. Rapid hydration with a vitamin boost is a quick and successful way to cure a hangover. Sleeping it off, if possible, is highly recommended. Hangover pills may work, but some require you to take them before you drink and even while you drink, so preparation is key. If you're still suffering, take heed in the fact that it will end eventually. Time does heal all wounds, including a hangover. If you're suffering from a hangover, try some of these cures, rest, drink lots of water, and get well. For more related videos, please subscribe to this channel.